1. I'll read content warning and then we'll get going. The study of the humanities often challenges us as we examine the full range of the human experience. This Certamen round contains mention of violence, including cannibalism. As always, take care of yourselves and reach out to your chaperones and sponsors if you need to talk about content. All right. Ready to go? Great. Toss-up number 1 for any player. What Greek god, known by the epithets Enosigai?
C4.
Poseidon.
Poseidon is correct. Enosigaius and Enosichthon was the father of such characters as Rhodi, Cycnus, Bellerophon, and Theseus, and we'll see. Bonus number 1 for Team C. What Nereid was Poseidon's wife and queen of the seas?
Different C4.
Amphitrite.
Amphitrite is correct. And bonus 2. With what deity did Poseidon contend for the patronage of Corinth?
Helios.
Helios is correct. That's 20 points on toss-up 1 to Team C. Toss-up 2 for any player. Provide the form of the Latin noun munus needed to render the following English sentence into Latin. Oh, what a beautiful gift.
C2.
Munat. I'm sorry, Munat is not correct.
B2.
Munan.
I'm sorry, Munan is not correct. We'll clear and repeat. Provide the form of the Latin noun munus needed to render the following English sentence into Latin. Oh, what a beautiful gift.
A3.
Munaram.
I'm sorry, Munaram is not correct. I just want to make sure. You're 3 or 2? Okay, perfect. Got it mixed up in my head. We were looking for munus. You know, your accusative exclamation is what we were looking at. So that's no points on toss-up 2 to any team. Toss-up 3 for any player. What ex-dictator strongly resisted Scipio's wish to take the Second Punic War to mainland?
A2.
Fabius Maximus.
Fabius Maximus is correct, to mainland Africa, and died in 203 BC before he could see the success at Zama. Bonus 1 for Team A. What position did Cunctator, Fabius Maximus, hold in 215 BC at the same time as an auguryship, a feat not repeated until the time of Sulla?
Solo. Repeat.
What position did Cunctator hold in 215 BC at the same time as an auguryship, a feat not repeated until the time of Sulla?
Consul.
Sorry?
Consul.
I'm sorry, it's not consul, this is Pontifex Maximus. And bonus 2, who was Cunctator's Magister Equitum, who disagreed with his tactics and ended up leading a divided command?
What is the name?
Need an answer?
Hirtius?
I'm sorry, it's not Hirtius. This is Minucius Rufus. So that's 10 points on toss-up 3 to Team A. Toss-up 4 for any player. Of pinna, cochlea, malleus, and ossicle, what word related to the human ear refers to any small bone?
A3.
Oscal.
Ossicle is correct, such as the 3 tiny bones in the ear. Bonus 1 for Team A. Of pinna, cochlea, malleus, and ossicle, what part of the human ear gets its name from a snail or shell-like shape?
Cochlea.
Cochlea is correct. And bonus 2. The aural ossicles are the malleus, incus, and stapes. Give the English meaning of any 2 of these 3 Latin words. The aural ossicles are the malleus, incus, and stapes. Give the English meaning of any two of these three Latin words. Need an answer?
Molly's hammer, Stoppe's anvil.
Malleus hammer is correct. Incus means anvil, Stopes means stirrup. So no points on that bonus, but that is 15 points on toss-up 4 to Team A. Toss-up number 5 for any player. In its fourth book, what work describes the Usipeti and Tencteri, as well as Ambiorix?
A2.
De Bello Gallico.
De Bello Gallico is correct, and then transitions to narrating 2 invasions of Britain by the forces of Julius Caesar. Bonus number 1 for Team A. The 7th book of the work, which discusses the campaigns of 52 BC, focuses on Caesar's fight against what Gallic coalition leader?
I think it's first and Ambiorix.
And I'm sorry, Ambiorix is not correct. This is Vercingetorix. And bonus 2. Doubtful sequels of Caesar's main 2 works describe wars in 3 main regions. Name any 2 of the 3 regions that also provide titles for his works in the so-called Corpus Caesarianum.
Repeat.
Doubtful sequels of Caesar's main 2 works. I need an answer, please.
Okay. Egypt and Asia.
I'm sorry, I can't take that. Egypt, yes. Africa and Spain. are the other 2. So that's 10 points on toss-up number 5 to Team A. And after 5 toss-ups, what's your score?
Team A has 35 points, Team B has yet to score, and Team C has 20 points. Go Dailies! Thanks.
All right. Everybody feeling okay? Are there any major problems with how I'm reading? Right. Wonderful. If there ever are any problems, tell me. Happy to address. All right. Toss-up 6 for any player. Construction began on this building in 121 AD under Hadrian.
C3.
Need an answer?
The Temple of Antoninus Apostle.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
A2.
Need an answer?
Hadrian's Villa.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. All right, we're clear and finish the question for Team B. Construction on this building began in 121 AD under Hadrian. Set on a massive 145 meter by 100 meter base, this decastal Corinthian temple with double cella was built over the ruins of Nero's Domus Aurea. What was this largest temple in Rome, dedicated to both the city's patron goddess and the city itself? And I'll repeat. Construction on this building began in 121 AD under Hadrian, set on a massive 145 meter by 100 meter base. This decastal Corinthian temple with double cella was built over the ruins of Nero's Domus Aurea. What was this largest temple in Rome, dedicated to both the city's patron goddess and the city itself?
B1.
Temple of Juno Romine.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. This is the Temple of Venus and Rome. So that's no points on toss-up number 6 to any team. And unfortunately, that was our visual toss-up. So, if you guys want to see the visual at the end, let me know. But we're going to move on. Toss-up 7 for any player. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Portis apertis, Boes ex opido cucurre.
C2.
With the gates having been opened, the sheep plural, ran out of the city, out of the town.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. We'll clear and repeat for the other two teams. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Portis apertis, boes ex opido cucurerunt.
B2.
With the gates having been opened, the cows ran from the town.
That is correct. Yeah, the sheep, cows was the problem. Bonus number 1 for Team B. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Lucem solis videre procul possumus.
Can you repeat?
Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Lucem solis videre procul possumus. Need an answer?
Pretty good too.
We can see near at first light.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. We were looking for, we can see the light of the sun, lucem solis, procul from afar. And bonus 2, translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Vir vulneratus magna cum voce exclamavit.
Can you repeat?
Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Vir vulneratus magna cum voce exclamavit. Need an answer?
We'll defer to him.
The wounded man will shout with a great voice.
That's correct. So that's 15 points on toss-up number 7 to Team B. Toss-up number 8 for any player. What schoolmate of Rufinus, whom he later attacked in an
C2.
Jerome.
Jerome is correct. Later attacked in an apologia, wrote a late De Viris Illustribus, and used his skill in Hebrew to translate the Bible into the Vulgate. Bonus 1 for Team C. What 1st century BC author, a friend of Catullus, also wrote a De Viris Illustribus, as well as the works Chronica and Exempla?
Cornelius Ibas.
That's correct. And bonus 2. Suetonius's De Viris Illustribus survives only in one section, which discusses what 2 sorts of people?
Could you repeat, please?
Suetonius's De Viris Illustribus survives only in one section, which discusses what 2 sorts of people? Need an answer?
Leaders and like outside people.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. We were looking for grammatici and rhetorics. So it's grammarians and rhetoricians. That's 15 points on toss-up 8 to Team C. Toss-up 9 for any player. Over which area of the underworld would you find the Hecatonchires?
C4.
Tartarus is correct. Would you find the Hecatonchires standing guard in order to keep the Titans and other evildoers within? Bonus 1 for Team C. Who was punished in Tartarus by spinning on a flaming wheel? Ixion is correct. And bonus 2. What creature with 100 snake heads was the son of Gaia and Tartarus?
Repeat, please.
What creature with 100 snake heads was the son of Gaia and Tartarus?
Cerberus, madam?
I'm sorry, that's not correct. We were looking for Typhon. So that is 15 points on toss-up 9 to Team C. Toss-up 10 for any player. When recognized by the spotter, perform or explain the following command. Humi sedens, fac sonum lacrimam.
C2.
Oh, I'm crying.
Yeah, that's right. All right, bonus one. The rest of that was fac sonum lacrimantis homines. Bonus one for Team C. Now perform or explain this command. Redentes, state et vehementer plaudite moderatori.
Could you repeat the last, please?
Redentes, state et vehementer plaudite moderatori.
Alright, so all of us. Stand
Wait, State? That's all of us?
up. Then stop. Yeah. Finally, cloud moderator.
You're too kind. That's right. You're generously rewarded with 5. Bonus 2. Now, perform or explain this command. Quasi dormientes, ponete capita vestra, supra mensam.
Could you read the line, please?
Quasi dormientes, ponete capita vestra, supra mensam.
All of us, put your head on.
Where do you put your servants?
On the meds.
That's right. And let's get some applause for Thank you. That's a full 20 points on toss-up number 10. And after 10 toss-ups,
Team A has 35 points, Team B has 15 points, and Team C has 70 points.
all right. At the halfway point is usually, I feel like, a good time to take another breath. Shake it out a little bit if you need to very quickly. All right. Everybody ready? All right. Toss-up 11 for any player. What author was forced to investigate the claims of cannibalism?
C2.
Juvenile.
Juvenal is correct. That he had made when he was exiled to Egypt for insulting Domitian in one of his mocking satires. Bonus 1 for Team C. What elegist was not exiled to Egypt, but was punished by Augustus for erecting statues there while serving as the province's governor?
Cornelius Gallus, final.
Cornelius Gallus is correct, and bonus 2. What man from Juvenal's time was born in Egypt and performed at the court of Domitian before being executed by the emperor?
Repeat, please.
What man from Juvenal's time was born in Egypt and performed at the court of Domitian before being executed by the emperor?
Could you repeat?
Minetic? I'm gonna call
Paris, final.
Paris is correct. So that's 20 points on toss-up 11 to Team C. Toss-up 12 for any player. Listen carefully to the following passage about Certamen, which I will read twice, keeping in mind that tineo means buzz. Then respond in English to the questions that follow. In Certamen, moderator legit, cur patiebatur ulixes multas tempestates in pelago, discipula quaedam primum tenuit, et laete declaravit, clare secundum Homerum, quia oculum filii Poseidionis perforaret, tunc audacter nomen suum verum daret. And repeat. In Certamen, moderator legit, cur patiebatur ulixes multas tempestates in pelago, discipula quaedam primum tenuit, et laete declaravit, clare secundum Homerum, quia oculum filii Poseidonis efferaret, tunc audacter nomen suum verum daret. And the question, who rang,
C2.
The moderator.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
A4. The girl.
The girl is correct. The question, who rang the buzzer first? Bonus 1 for team A. The story continues. Moderator responded. Me penitet, sed non accipere tuum responsum possum. Debes Neptuno, non Poseidone, nomina visse ob nomum Romanum. Why is the moderator sorry?
Give the Roman name, not
Which read?
the Latin.
Well, moderator responded, me penitet, sed non accipere tuum responsum possum. Debes Neptuno, non Poseidone, nomina visse ob nomen Romanum. Any answer?
He gave the wrong name.
I do not think I am going to take that because it was the girl that gave the answer originally. So when you say he gave the wrong answer,
Oh.
I don't believe I can take that. Yeah. And bonus number 2. Keeping in mind the correction of the other than, sorry, cannot accept the answer was good, but it's just the he, she problem. Bonus 2. Keeping in mind the correction, what would a correct answer to the moderator's original question be?
Neptune?
Yes, let me take that. So that's 15 points on bonus number 2 to team A. That's not right. Toss up 12. Very good. Toss up 13 for any player. After killing his wife's first husband, Tantalus,
C4.
Agamemnon.
Agamemnon is correct. What son of Atreus and Arope married her, led 100 ships to Troy, and commanded the combined forces of Greece there? Bonus number 1 for Team C. What city, founded by Perseus, did Agamemnon rule?
Messina. One.
Messini is correct. Bonus 2. Who was the father of both Clytemnestra's first husband, Tantalus, and her lover, Aegisthus?
Repeat, please.
Who was the father of both Clytemnestra's first husband, Tantalus, and her lover, Aegisthus? Need an answer?
Phillips.
I'm sorry, it's not Pelops, this is Thyestes. So that's 15, nope. Yes, 15 points on toss-up number 13 to Team C. My math is not always the best. Toss-up 14, Ford and Claire. The cities of Caesarea and Tanius gave their names.
A2.
Mauritania?
Mauritania is correct. Gave their names to 2 Roman provinces, which had previously been a part of what African kingdom usurped by Claudius in 44 AD. Mauritania. Bonus 1 for Team A. What commander, a future governor of Britain, suppressed the rebellion of Idamon in Mauritania?
Suetonius Paulinus?
Suetonius Paulinus is correct. And bonus 2. Give the modern name of one of the 2 cities listed in the toss-up.
It's not
Team Juice is correct. That one was, yes. And the other one is, I'm not sure I would pronounce it Churchill, but it might be someone better. Okay, so that's 20 points on toss-up 14. 15 back. Toss-up 15, 4 and 1. Without using a compound, give a Latin synonym for skia. Without using a compound, give a Latin synonym.
B1.
I'm gonna see what other teams have to say.
A3.
Cognosco?
I'm sorry, I can't take that. Alright, I'm gonna finish the question the second time for Team C. Without using a compound, give a Latin synonym for skia. I've read it twice.
C2.
Any answer?
Rayor?
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take Rayor. I think I am gonna take Intelligo. Wait. No, I'm not.
You didn't say it.
Because Intelligo, I think is. Yeah, okay, so I don't think I'm actually gonna take that because I think Intelligo is complex. I will write it down and I'll
Do you
talk
want to
about
do
it.
the bonuses just in case?
Sure thing. Okay. So put my question mark on that one. I was looking for Nosco, so I couldn't take Cognosco. I'm using just Nosco. Sentio or Sapio. Intelligo, understand? No. And I'm not, again, sure about the compound nature of Intelligo, so we're going to work on that. But for now, we will read. Let me just finish making my note here.
I also wrote a note. That's just for them to have.
Okay, so we will read the bonus questions to Team B. Will that be easier, or will it be easier to do it? I think since I'm gonna rule it as not correct, we are gonna wait on that, and if they decide to give you the toss-up, they'll read the bonus questions to you. So we're gonna say no points on toss-up 15. I think. Alright, so after 15 toss-ups.
Team A, 70 points. Team B, 15 points. Team C, 105 points.
All right. Toss-up 16. Second player. Provide the form of the verb. Sorry, can we get the sheet? Yeah, no worries. Toss-up 16. Provide the form of the verb quaero needed to render the following English sentence into Latin. Who, searching for truth, will not.
C2.
Lyret.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
B2.
Quirens?
Quirens is correct. Who, searching for truth, will not find happiness. Bonus number 1 for Team B. Provide the form of the verb quaero needed to render the following English sentence into Latin. The thieves, about to look for the treasures, were captured.
Quadrature.
I'm sorry, I cannot take that. We needed quaesitur. And bonus 2. Provide the form of the verb quaero needed to render the following English sentence into Latin. We must search for our 10 sheep.
It's like.
Quarendi.
One more time?
Quarendi.
Clarendi is correct. So that is 15 points on toss-up 16s for Team B. Just 1 second. I'm just asking about that last issue. Toss-up number 17 for any player. What Latin word with what meaning does the pharmaceutical abbreviation RX period?
A1.
Recipe. I'm not gonna take that.
C2.
Recipe take is correct. Okay. I think we're just gonna move on with that. Okay. Bonus number 1 for Team C. If your doctor tells you to take a medication P period R period N period, how often are they suggesting that you take it?
As the need arises.
Yep, as needed is good. And bonus 2. What Latin word with what meaning does the medical abbreviation GTT period stand for? What Latin word with what meaning does the medical abbreviation GTT period stand for? Good tie drops is correct. So that's 20 points on toss-up 17 to Team C. Toss-up 18 for any player. What consul had been sent by the Senate to suppress a rebellion of farmers in Florence?
C1.
Lucius Opinius.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. We'll clear and read for the remaining team. What consul had been sent by the Senate to suppress a rebellion of farmers in Florence, and later marched on Rome in 78 BC, where he was defeated by Pompey?
A2.
Aemilius Lepidus.
Aemilius Lepidus is correct. Bonus number 1 for Team A. Prior to his consulship, what province had Lepidus shamelessly plundered while serving as governor?
Is Alpha Gaul?
I'm sorry, that's not correct. This is system. And bonus 2. Following his defeat in Rome, Lepidus fled to Sardinia and died trying to establish ties with what other rebel in Spain, who was said to get advice from a white fawn?
Sertorius.
Sertorius is correct. So that's 15 points on toss-up 18 to Team A. Toss-up 19 for any player. What author says he wouldn't have opposed being an auctioneer or payment collector like his father?
C3.
Horace is correct, but instead learned from Orbilius to write works like Epodes and Poets. Bonus 1 for Team C. The poem in Horace's Satires that discusses his father is actually dedicated to what man, who was also addressed in the first satire and at the beginning of the Odes.
Repeat, please.
The poem in Horace's Satires that discusses his father is actually dedicated to what man, who was also addressed in the first satire and at the beginning of the Odes. Maecenas is correct. And bonus 2. Horace also writes that he was actually recommended to Maecenas by what man? An author of a De Morte, who helped prepare the Aeneid for publication after Virgil's death. Various Rufus is correct. So that's 20 points on toss-up 19 to Team C. And after 19 toss-ups, what is our score?
Team A has 85 points, Team B has 30 points, and Team C has 145 points.
Okay, I'm gonna wait just 1 second to see what I get back. Okay. Before we read toss up 20, do any players or coaches have any outstanding issues they want to bring up?
On question 10, on the second bonus question, did I, maybe I misheard, but did it begin redentes?
The first bonus question did begin redentes, and they were smiling at me
Okay,
when they gave their answer.
not laughing, but smiling was accepted.
Anything else? I know we have the one issue we're working on. Worst case scenario, if I don't get anything in the next couple seconds, we'll get it worked out. It's almost like. The play-by-play now is 2 people. Okay, so what I've got word for word, I think it is a compound, but you should read bonuses to be safe anyway. So we're gonna do that. So going back to.
Could you like read the initial again so
Yeah.
you kind of get that?
Absolutely. Yeah. So the toss-up was toss-up 15. Without using a compound, give a Latin synonym for skia. We're thinking probably until we go to compound, but we'll figure it out. Bonus number 1. Without using a compound, give a Latin synonym for eubea.
Impero.
I do have impero on the page, so it comes down as a yes. And bonus 2, give a Latin antonym for herbs.
Orbs.
Like a URBS.
URBS.
Rustica.
I am inclined to say rustica as an adjective is not
Oh.
an antonym of herbs. Bruce?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take rustica.
Just out of curiosity, would you have accepted Agris?
We would have taken auger. Yeah. So.
Would you take it like Opidum? Like count? Oh.
Those are 2 of the other things I've written down. Oh, Lucas was the last one.
Antonym of city is a little interesting.
It's
Not
stuff. But we're here to be challenged. So that's potentially going to be 15 points and potentially going to be 0. We'll work that out and you'll know.
You want to switch check?
Yeah, we'll do another score check.
So Team A has 85, Team B has 30, maybe 45, and Team C has 145.
Thank you very much for sticking with us through all of that. Toss-up 20 for any player. What Aetolian warrior who overcame an ambush by Mayon?
C4. Tidius.
Tidius is correct. And his Theban comrades, while returning from an embassy on behalf of the 7 against Thebes, was the father of Dion. Bonus 1 for Team C. What co-commander with Mayon died in the fight? Polyphontes is correct. And bonus 2. What act of sacrilege did Tidius commit, causing Athena to think twice about granting him immortality?
Defer C4.
So that's 20 points on toss-up numbers 20 to TC. And at the end of our wonderful race round, what is our score?
Okay. Team A has 85 points, Team B scored 30, maybe 45 points, and Team C scored 160 points.
Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. If you're so inclined,